Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. Today is gonna be another video about binge eating. Kind of thought I'm going to talk about how to stop the binge. So I sat down this morning and came up with a few strategies and things that I've been doing and that I would like to share with you, and that will hopefully help you when you're in the situation where you feel like you want to eat the whole fridge. I decided to do this topic because this morning I actually was in that position. I've been spending time with my best friend who's also really into fitness and working out, and she never had this kind of problem. She was always really good and it's such an inspiration to me. However, seeing that I spent the whole time with her, I didn't even think about food, or I didn't feel the urge to binge or anything. But now that I'm at her place and she's working and I'm studying all day, all these thoughts are coming back to me. That usually happens when I'm by myself. So I thought I will apply my own strategies and now share them with you. So let's get right into it. Number one, for me, when I feel like I want to eat all the food in the world, is I need to figure out why I feel this way. Usually it is a response to certain feelings that I have. So when I'm bored, when I don't want to do something, when I'm sad, when I'm angry, just when I'm stressed. It's usually when these kind of things are happening that I feel like I want to binge. And I think it's important to identify the source, because then you can try to think, look, Anna, you're not hungry. You don't need this food. It is just your brain reacting to a certain feeling, and that is where binge eating turns into a habit. It's just in the past 2 years, whenever I felt sad, I turned to food. And now my brain is so used to this and my body is so used to this that it automatically happens. But I need to break this habit. I need to respond differently to these kind of feelings in order to stop it. So number one of how to stop the binge is identify the source of why you feel this way. Number two goes straight hand in hand with number one, and basically you have to solve the root of the problem. Binge eating is not a fix. If you're sad, eating all the food in the fridge will not help you. Yeah, maybe in the first 2 minutes you're like, oh my god, this food is so good, I miss this, I need to eat all of it. But then afterwards you're gonna feel terrible about yourself, and you probably feel even worse than before. So binge eating is not a quick fix. To fix the problem, you have to identify, why are you sad? How can you help it? Maybe go talk to someone about your problems. Or, if you're stressed, maybe make a plan of how you can tackle all the tasks you have to do in a day. So binging is not a quick fix to your problems, and try to think about that. Try to be like, this is not going to help me reach the goals or solve the problem. Point number three. Remind yourself how binging makes you feel. In my early stages, when I started binging and I didn't really know what was going on and I was so upset about it, I made a list that I put on my pin wall thing in my room, and I wrote down everything that binging makes me feel or makes me do. For example, I feel bloated, I feel antisocial, I lie to people, I'm in pain, I feel negative about myself, I feel guilty, all these points. I wrote a huge list of how binging makes me feel, and whenever I felt like I need to stuff my face, I would look at the list and remind myself why I shouldn't do it. This is not good for me, this is not what will help me. Number four, when you feel like you want to eat chocolate and crisps and cookies, and not just one, but all of them, talk to someone about it. Have this person that you feel comfortable telling your thoughts, telling your feelings, that maybe has the same issues or knows what is going on in your life, and tell them how you feel. Tell them, oh my god, I have this urge to binge right now. Because when you tell someone, you're not only accountable to yourself, and let's be honest, we all lie to ourselves in just any kind of situation in life, but now you're accountable to someone else. Someone else knows what is going on. Someone else knows you don't want to do it, and you shouldn't be doing it because it's incredibly unhealthy for your mind and for your body. So now that they know, it is so much harder to just go and do it and then forget about it, because you feel bad telling this person that you want to do it and then you did it. So make yourself accountable to yourself, and if you have a person that you trust, to that person as well, and they can help you, they can talk to you, they can, maybe distract you, and they will, ask you after like a couple of hours, how are you doing? I hope you didn't, eat all the food and all that stuff. Point number 4 goes straight into point number 5. Don't be alone or distract yourself. I usually get binge eating thoughts when I'm by myself because I don't want people to know. I don't want people to see me eating all this food because I know it's disgusting. It is gluttonous. It is just not healthy. It is not normal. So I do it in secret. So in order to avoid that, I spend time with my friends. It is really, really hard in that moment when you have the urge to eat, to actually go out and talk to someone because all you want to do is be by yourself and eat. So it is very counterintuitive to do exactly the opposite. It is really, really hard to do, but try doing it. It's just go out, talk to your flatmate, talk to your mom, talk to anyone. Just don't be alone. And then if you don't have anyone that you want to hang out with, maybe try to distract yourself, which is, again, really hard to do, like painting your nails. Maybe don't watch TV. Like for me, that never works because when I watch TV, I want to eat whilst watching. Try something that you don't associate with binging. Read a book, go for a walk, go for a run, go to the gym instead. Whatever helps. Just try to do something else and don't think about food. Something that I recently tried or am still trying and that really, really helps me, which actually helped me this morning, is to have a reminder of your goal. And by your goal, I don't mean how you want to look or how you want your body to be or where you want to lose fat, where you want to build muscle. That is not what I mean, because I think in that instance it might not be a good goal to have because you just get more depressed that you don't already look this way, and then you're like, oh, excuse my language, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat everything because I will never look like this. So by goal I mean a binge eating goal. For example, I made this kind of like, it's not really a painting, I just draw the date of my last binge in like colorful letters, and I put that on my pin wall as well to remind myself when the last binge was. And at some point I want to look back and I want to be like, wow, I've been binge free for a whole year. And I also actually put it as the background on my phone. I don't know, I hope you can see. So my last binge was on the 28th of March this year. And whenever I feel like binging or, just throwing away all my goals, I look at it and I remind myself that I don't want to make another one of these. I want to have this goal, like I want to have this date as the date when I stopped, and I don't want to start again. I don't want to start over. I don't want to feel like I failed. So that actually really, really helped me. For example, today I was sitting here, I was like, oh my god, I could just go to the shop and, buy all these like crisps and chocolates and stuff and just eat it and no one would ever know. But then I was like, I would know. I would look at this date and I'd be like, it's just not true anymore, and I don't want to do that. So for today, that really helped me. So have a reminder of your goal always with you. Always have something you can look at and remind yourself, I can do this, I can beat this, I want to move on from this. Strategy number 7. When you just feel like you want to eat, and it doesn't matter what you want to eat, you just want to eat, because I have that. I just want to swallow things. I know it sounds weird, but that's literally what it is. Have foods available that will not ruin your progress. Like there's certain foods that really, really fill me up, and where I know that I enjoy eating them and that they satisfy me. For example, for me it's like quark. It's like a low-fat Greek yogurt kind of thing. It's a German thing, but I know you can get it in the US and in the UK as well. So like quark and maybe some like flavorings and some strawberries or berries or something. I can eat a lot of it because it's quite low in calories and it doesn't have that much fat. It's quite high in protein, so it's like a healthy food. And I can eat a lot of it without ruining my progress, and it stuffs me up. It makes me happy. It kind of satisfies the binge without me feeling guilty afterwards. So this morning, for example, I just ate almost half a kilogram of quark. I know it doesn't sound healthy, but I'd rather eat this than eat a whole lot of crap. So I had like 500 grams of this, and then I made myself some like Asian vegetables, which I love, a huge portion of that because vegetables are good for you. And now I'm full, and now I can't eat more. This is obviously not a long-term solution, but I think for now, because it eradicates the feeling of guilt afterwards, so you don't get into the cycle. So for now, I binge on these healthy foods so that I can progress towards not binging at all. I hope that makes sense. So I kind of try to develop a non-guilt binge and then go into not binging at all. So like taking baby steps, because as I said, binging is a habit and you can't just stop from one day to another. I think that's impossible. You have to take baby steps. So try to find foods that you can eat in a certain quantity that satisfy you but will not ruin your progress, but that will satisfy the urge for now, and then you can try to move on after satisfying this urge. Point number 8, and the last point on my list: negative association, positive reassurance. I think the problem is that when you're binging, you associate food with something positive. You associate it with being rewarded for something, or I did so well today, I'm just going to eat a little bit of chocolate or something like that. I mean, obviously eating chocolate is fine, but when you are like me and you can't stop yourself and you just go out of control, having a little bit of chocolate sometimes can be a trigger to eat a lot more shitty food. So changing it, like when you get into the urge of binging, when you get into this mindset, try to change it. Try to associate bad food, and with bad food I don't want to really label it bad or good, food that you might have an association with binging with, that is not healthy, that you don't want to eat in large quantities. Try to have a negative association with binging. So don't think, oh my god, all this food will make me happy. Just be like, oh no, all this food will make me bloated, all this food will make me guilty, all this food will give me a huge stomach ache. And then try to positively reassure yourself. Sit down and think, no, I am better than this. I don't need to eat this amount of food to make myself happy. Decide that you will not binge today. Make a decision and say, not today. It will not happen today. And do this every day. I know this is really, really hard, but try to be positive. Try to be like, yes, I can do this. Food doesn't control my life. Food doesn't control my emotions. Food is not the solution to my problems. Food is to give you power, to give you energy. It is not to solve your life's problems. And it will not. So have a negative association with your urges and the feeling of wanting to eat everything, and then have a positive reassurance with yourself, your ability, and your self-worth. Alright guys, I really hope that these points will help you. As I said, they have helped me in the past, and I tested most of them out. It is not going to be easy, I'm not gonna lie. It is really, really tough, and I am still struggling, as I said. But yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. Comment below, tell me about your experience. Maybe you have some other strategies that really help you. I would love to hear them, because as I said, I'm still, struggling as well. Yeah. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.
The weight of the world was on my shoulders.